welcome to my channel, Not Another Student Nurse. Yes, that's me, not another student nurse. So in this video, I'll be talking about the nursing program that I'm in. I'm going to talk about the GPA I had in order to get into the nursing program that I'm in. I'll go over my HESI scores and I'll give you guys some advice to study for the HESI exam.
Music licensing reimagined.
So, I'm gonna start this off with the timeline of when I first applied and when I started school and blah, 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 blah. So, I started attending my community college in January of 2022. In January of 2022, I took two classes. I took Biology 181 and then I took Math 145. So in Biology 181, I got an A in that class, and then in Math 145, I got an A in that as well. That was in January of 2022. That was my first semester back at community college. Prior to that, I did attend community college like in 2012. So because I was within a 10-year time frame, I did get credit for taking English 101 in 2012, so I had gotten a B in that class in 2012. So 2012, I got a B in English 101. When I re-enrolled and started attending my community college in January of 2022, I had to take, I took Math 145 and Bio 181. So that was my first semester. That was spring 2022. For the summer of 2022, I took chemistry with lab as well as English 102. So for my summer semester of 2022, I ended up getting an A in English 102. And then for the chemistry, there was two portions. There was like the lecture part, I guess you can say, and the lab part. So unfortunately, the lab part I got a C, and then the lecture part I got a B in that. So those are the C in the lab for chemistry. That was the lowest grade that I've received thus far. So hopefully I don't ever get a C again. But yeah, so summer 2022, I ended up getting an A in English 102. And then in chemistry, I got a B for the lecture and a C for the lab. So now for fall of 2022, the classes I took in the fall were Biology 201, which is Anatomy and Physiology 1, and then I took Psychology 101, and then I took an elective, a humanities elective. So I took Clinical Healthcare Ethics in Nursing. So in Biology 201 or A&P 1, I ended up getting a B in that class, and then in my humanities class, I got an A. And in psychology, I got an A. So that was for the fall 2022. I got a B and 2 A's. Now for the spring of 2023, I took two classes during that semester. I took A&P 2 and I took Biology 205 or microbiology. So for the spring of 2023, I ended up getting an A in both of those classes. Now for the summer of 2023, I took one class during the summer. I took a class called Introduction to Statistics. I can never say statistics. So I took the class of Introduction to Statistics, and I got an A in that class. So, okay. Those were my grades that I got up to summer 2023. Now, I'm gonna backtrack a little bit. So in October of 2022, I took the HESI, I think it's called HESI A2 test to get into the nursing program at my school. My school does require that you receive an 80% or higher. So when I took that test in October of 2022, the score I got was an 80.5%, so I barely passed the test to get into my school, or to submit my application to get into the school is what I should say. So again, in October of 2022, I took the HESI for the first time and I scored an 80.5%. My school requires an 80% for the program. So on December 18th, 2022, I submitted my application for the traditional program, program at MaricopaNursing, or for MaricopaNursing. So they do require that you complete your prereqs, and they also require that you take like a CNA class, or that you have your CNA certificate. So you don't necessarily have to have your CNA certificate or license. You can take the course and have a certificate that says you completed the requirements in order to take the exam, to take the CNA test, if that makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, drop a question below and I'll answer it as best as I can. It's a little bit confusing, but I'm trying to do my best to explain everything clearly. Okay, so I submitted the application on December 18th, 2022 for the traditional program. And once I submitted the application, the staff from the nursing program, I think they had said that it was going to be like a 6 to 8 semester wait. So I think that came out to like, I don't know, years. I don't know if they count the summer as a semester, but it came out to, I was going to be waiting like 2 to 3 years just to get into, or just to start the traditional nursing school program, is what I was told by the staff. So on May 18th, 2023, I took the HESI for the second time. The reason why I took it 2 times was because this time I wanted my application to be competitive, because I was going to submit my application for the concurrent enrollment program. So I felt like an 80.5% wasn't going to be good enough to get accepted into the CEP program. So I went ahead and I took the HESI for a second time. I took the HESI on May 18th of 2023. And I scored a 90.5%, so I increased my score 10%, which was really well. I was really happy with the 90.5% on the HESI exam. So yeah, I completed the HESI on May 18, 2023, and then on May 19th, so the next day, I submitted my application for the CEP program. And yeah, so I heard back actually on June 5th. I got an email which said that I was accepted into the traditional Maricopa program. So I was a little bit confused about that, because I had previously applied for the traditional program, because in order to apply for the CEP program, they make you apply for the traditional program. So I had applied for the traditional program on December 18th, 2022. And then I applied for the CEP program on May 19th, 2023. On June 5th, 2023, that's when I got accepted into the traditional program. And I was gonna start the traditional program in August of 2023. So that it was gonna be really fast. So in the meantime, I was thinking I was going to start the traditional program this past August of 2023, but on June 22nd, that's when I got the acceptance letter for the CEP program. So I had accepted placement into the traditional program, and then I had to actually, I think I emailed them and I had to let them know that I accepted placement into the CEP program. Therefore, they wouldn't, my spot would be available, I guess you can say, for someone else to start in the fall of this past fall of 2023. So I got accepted into the CEP program on June 22nd, and I started the fall semester of 2023. That was my first semester at Arizona State University. I took 3 classes my first semester and I got 3 A's. I'll go ahead and show the classes I took here. Oh Lord, who's calling? Hi! It's my niece.
Hey, hold on.
It's my niece. Bye. I'm making a YouTube video.
Hold on. You see her?
Yeah. Come over. Bye. Sorry, that was my brother and my niece. Okay, so like I was saying, I forgot what I was saying. Great. What I used to study for the HESI. I purchased the HESI book. I'll go ahead and post a picture here to the side. So I used this HESI book because our test was from the company that I bought the book from. So I purchased the book from the same company that did our testing for the HESI. So I purchased this book and I studied it. I used, what else resources did I use? I used, was it Quizlet? I think I used Quizlet for the passages. So here is a hack, tip, trick, whatever you want to call it. Go into Quizlet and literally type in HESI V1 or V2. V1 is going to be the first version of the HESI and V2 is going to be the second version of the HESI. So basically when you take when you take the HESI the first time is what I meant to say. When you take the HESI the first time, you'll take V1. So it's HESI A2 V1, that stands for version 1. So if you go on to Quizlet and type in HESI A2 V1 reading passages, you'll see the reading passages that might be on the HESI, if you know what I mean. So that's what I used for the reading portion. The math portion of the HESI, what I did was I studied the problems that were inside the book, and it's been a while since, it's been over a year since I took the HESI the first time, and it's been like 7-8 months, I don't know, since I taken the HESI since I took the HESI the second time. So I've kind of forgotten stuff, I guess you can say. I wish I would have recorded at the moment because it would have been a lot better for everyone. So yeah, I used the HESI book for the majority of my studying, and then I used Quizlet for the passages. And you can also look in Quizlet for the vocabulary. It's good to study the vocabulary in that. Mainly from the book, the math part was perfect, I guess you can say, to prep yourself for the HESI math portion. So okay, so next I'm going to talk about the point system for the CEP program. So you do get accepted and placed based off of a point system. So when you submit your application for the CEP program, they give you points based off your GPA and your HESI scores. They also give you additional points if you have like a prior bachelor's or an associate's degree. You do get extra points for that as well. So the point system is out of 100 points, but it's rare that someone submits their CEP application with 100 points. So what I got accepted with was 81 points, and my GPA was 3.6, and I'm gonna go ahead and show examples here, wherever, somewhere. So I'll go ahead and post the examples here so you can see how they calculate your points. Now, what I got for my GPA was I got a 3.6. I had a 3.6 GPA, and what they took into consideration for the GPA was going to be English 101, English 102, chemistry, math, psychology, microbiology, AMP 1 and AMP 2 is how they calculate your GPA for the CEP program. So with those prerequisites, I had a GPA of 3.6. So you can see that my GPA was 3.6. You would multiply that by 10, and that would equal to 36 points towards the 100. It counts as 36 points towards the total, I guess you can say. So for the English portion of the HESI, that is calculated as your percentage you got for English times 0.35. So for the English part of the HESI, I scored an 88.67. So what you have to do is you have to multiply the 88.67 times 0.35, which equals to 31.04 points. Now for the math section, they calculate that as your percentage that you got on your HESI for math. So I had a 96% on the math portion of the HESI, and then you would multiply that by 0.15, which equals to 14.4. Now when you add up all of those, it comes out to about 81. So I submitted my application for the CEP program with 81 points, and that's what I got accepted into the program with. My school only tests, I think it was math and English and reading and vocabulary. So that's what we got tested on at our school is vocabulary, reading, grammar, and math. So I'll go ahead and post my results here, and you'll be able to see exactly what I scored in the sections that I was tested on, I guess you can say. So that's all I have for the video today. I do get to graduate with an associate's degree in nursing as well as a bachelor's degree in nursing. So I'm set to graduate on December 2025 with an associate's degree from my community college, and then with a bachelor's degree from Arizona State University. So I will have 2 degrees when I graduate, and yeah. So that's all I have for this video. If you liked my content or if you have any questions, message me. I'd love to help you guys and give you guys more advice if you need it, or if you have any questions, message me, drop a comment, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos. Bye.